Did you know that New Yorkers have more than one accent? There's a common misconception that all New Yorkers sound the same, but that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. To illustrate my point further, listen to these clips.
What up, neckbone? What are you looking at with the ice grill? Out of here, I'll pull eyes out. I hit you with a slingshot real quick. Yo, what up, kid?
What I want y'all to understand is how immaculate New York City lingo really is. Like, it's a beautiful thing to hear. Like, say it with me. That ass.
PSA to all my followers or everybody that sees my content. I do not mispronounce things on purpose. I promise. I am Dominican. Both parents are Dominican, born and raised in the Bronx, New York. So I have like a New Yorkin, Dominican, Spanish accent.
A lot of my family history was lost, and it wasn't until many years later, that I actually was able to connect with my family heritage.
Notice the difference between the accents. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that all New Yorkers sound like this or that these are the only accents in the city. What I am saying is that these are accents that you're likely to hear from people who were born and raised in New York. With that being said, let's discuss the first accent on our list, the classic New York accent. Now, this is the accent that you hear in movies and on TV. And despite what you may have heard, the accent hasn't disappeared, although it's disappearing. Now let's discuss some key components of this accent. The first is that coffee vowel shift. So instead of coffee, you may hear something closer to coffee.
Nothing for nothing.
Nothing for nothing.
So you don't think that's an accent?
No, it's New York. That's the way we speak.
If you want to talk like a real New Yorker, here's some things you're gonna have to know how to say. First things first is the city. Real New Yorkers call Manhattan the city. You never call it Manhattan.
Yeah, I mean, personally, like, I'm not that big of an Instagram person. Like, I only got it about a year and a half ago when I moved from New York to California to kind of keep in touch with people. So relatively, I haven't had it that long.
The second is its non-roticity, or that dropped final R.
Also, we dropped the R, like, oh, where you going tonight? Oh, I'm going to the bar, I'm going to Bay Ridge. All right, no doubt, I'll come through. See you there, talk to you later. We're very short and to the point.
The third component is its rhythm. It's punchy, it's quick, and it's sharp. Listen to this.
I'm gonna teach you how to talk New York. A New York minute is usually very fast. They say a New York minute is like 15 seconds compared to everybody else's minute because we're so fast paced. But when New Yorkers say a minute, they mean a long time. Like, I haven't seen you in a minute. That's like forever.
Because most people in New York are not New Yorkers anymore. You don't hear real New York accents anymore. It's, we need like some museum to try to actually keep the accent alive. I meet people all the time. I'm like, where are you from? They're like, I'm from New York. I'm like, really? You're from New York? Because you don't sound like you're from New York. Well, I'm from Wisconsin, but I live in New York. It's like, well, then you're from Wisconsin. The question was, where are you from? Not where the do you live?
Notice how there's no mistaking that this person's from New York. Now, let's discuss the second accent on our list, the Black New York accent. To be clear, I'm not saying that all black people in New York sound like this, or that everybody with this accent is black, but these are some generalities that you will hear amongst black people in New York. So let's discuss some key features of this accent. The first is the use of a habitual be. Things like, I be outside, etc., etc.
Let me know, because I don't be knowing a lot. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really invest my mind in a lot of this, right?
And I'm talking about what I'm grateful for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them songs or them features I got, I didn't say, yo, let's do a female record. I said, let's do some real life, like, you know what I mean? But I be needing to hear that, because that's on my mind.
The second feature is the stretching of vowels. Take a word like ride. You may hear something closer to ride.
She can be herself. She doesn't have to hide for her kids or be feeling she's embarrassing her kids. It's a much different time then. Don't just think about...
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Yes. She can just live her full life, her whole life, and be her.
So the work, I'm not paying no mind to it. But, you hot as hell. Like, so everybody coming to you like, yo, we got this. Like, all right, hurry up. But, like, when it count and you got to grind for it, you pay attention a little more. Like, hold on, wait.
The third feature which I'd like to discuss is TH dropping. Take a word like south or north. You may hear something closer to south or north. Also, instead of this and that, you may hear dis and dat. Listen to these clips.
I'm not new. I've been working on music. Even, let me just say this, 2017 is when I was like, I'm gonna take this serious. Like, I resigned from my job. Serious.
What was that job?
Born and raised in Southside Queens.
South Jamaica, Queens.
South Jamaica, Queens.
South Jamaica, yeah. Shout out to the whole South Side. Shout out to the North Side.
Now, TH dropping is something a lot of people do. I do it as well. What would be interesting to know is what you guys think about the pronunciation points mentioned so far. Let me know down in the comments below. While there, if you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, the third accent on our list is an interesting one. It's the NYC Latino accent. This accent's been influenced by Dominican and Puerto Rican Spanish. I've got another video where I discuss this accent in a lot more detail, but for the purposes of this video, let's discuss 3 key features. The first is that it has a syllable timed rhythm. So what does that mean? Well, in contrast to standard American English that's stress timed, syllables are pronounced in a short and snappy fashion, so d-d-d instead of d-d-d. This is where you can see the similarity between the NYC Latino accent and Dominican or Puerto Rican Spanish, for example. Listen to these clips.
Puerto Ricans are coming for Radel Ortiz right now, man, because he was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, man, and this lady walks up to him, man, and she's like trying to sell him like a Puerto Rican hat, man, and you see him giving her the hat back saying, we're not even Puerto Rican, he was with his mother. You know, he says, sorry, as he walks away, right?
If you don't know, get to know. This episode, I will be making a very special announcement to my very dear co-host, which I love, and they are going to be very excited, or maybe not. Stay there and find out.
And the second feature is that dental T or D. Take a word like situation. You may hear something closer to situation.
So let's talk about the whole Desmond and Christy Scott situation.
See how these results came out? Oh, I'm not mad at it. It looks like I just got my blowout done today and it was last night.
And the third feature is that effortless code switching between English and Spanish. And that doesn't mean speaking English and then Spanish and mixing 2 sentences together, but rather speaking English and then throwing in a Spanish word if and when necessary.
And you know what? I got a good one.
What?
Presidente.
Oh,
The
vestida y
beef.
novia.
Yes, exactamente.
Una presidente jumbo.
Es jumbo.
Because you can't find that here.
When they bring presidente, I think they tone down the alcohol content and stuff like that.
It doesn't taste the same.
It doesn't taste the same.
What's crazy is that I don't drink presidentes here in the United States. I drink
don't.
Coronas. But in DR, I don't want anything but a presidente.
Me too.
This is one of my favorite features about this accent. It really shows just how international the city is. Now, the fourth accent on our list is what I've called the general American Manhattan accent. It's one that's invisible because it sounds very similar to general standard American English. It's a lot more neutral. There's no coffee, there's no español code switching. It's pretty clean and simple. Listen to this.
I think I've had a long relationship with Todd's actually. Ever since I was first on the red carpet, you know, they were always really generous to me, and you know, they always sent over a bag from the new collection, and you know, I wore their sandals in the summer and I wore their boots in the winter, and they've just been always very, very generous and sweet. So, and this is a big moment for them. So it's nice to be here with them to celebrate.
Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that all New Yorkers sound like this. I'm just saying that these are accents that you're likely to hear in the city. What would be interesting to know is what you guys think about the accents mentioned in this video. Let me know down in the comments below. If you like accents, language, and culture, I've got a newsletter where I discuss this stuff. I'm going to link it down in the description. If you found this video useful, feel free to share it to somebody else who may find it interesting. I'm going to link all my other accent explained videos up here. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.